or eXP Realty. Any reproduction or reuse of this program without written consent of WPSL and WSTU is strictly prohibited. And now, welcome to My Dream Home Radio Show, your chance to find your dream home with Eileen Simons and Paula Brady. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, absolutely wonderful.
Doing well. Just it seems like I'm always in a hurry for something.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. The minute I wake up, I'm in a hurry.
I think that's life in general
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, I think so. There's no doubt about it.
Does it ever slow down? That's the thing. I'm looking forward to slowing down a little.
Well, we were in a hurry on Saturday and then hit metropolitan Tampa. And it took an hour and 30 minutes just to get through town.
You slowed down then.
We slowed down real slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, it was crazy. But, you know, have you guys been to Newport Richie and
Not for a long time.
environs?
Not for a long time.
Gorgeous. This campus, it looked like it was in the Rocky Mountains.
Wow.
Huge trees all over the campus. It was, wow, it was gorgeous.
Huh.
There's an area down in West Palm Beach that's like that too. I was down there yesterday and every time I go down to this area, the trees, they're just huge.
Really? Where? Is this like by the intercoastal or
No,
Inland.
it's inland.
inland?
It's inland. Yes. And I can't tell you, I can't remember the street exactly. I just know when I get to that area and they're pine trees, but they are like, I mean, I'm not a good judge of distance, but they look like 100-foot tall pine trees.
Wow.
Wow.
And
Nice.
they line this whole area. It's
That's
just
cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
it is. It is.
That's amazing. I don't know where that is. There is one tree down there that whenever I'm down that way, I like to go by and look at it. It's a banyan tree that is absolutely the biggest one I've ever seen. It's that one and the one that's at Jupiter Lighthouse.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that one's huge too. But this one is massive. It used to be, I think it used to be the entrance to one of the schools down there. And I'm not sure if it's still a school or not, but I've never seen it, the banyan tree with all the.
Yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
I just
Yep.
love that
Yep.
tree. That is so fun. I always like make a point to drive by there to see it.
Channel 5 is on Banyan
Street.
Road, street,
road.
whatever it is
Wow.
down there, downtown. But
That's cool.
no, I haven't seen that.
It's kind of, it's off of
Is by Jupiter High School?
North
maybe?
Lake. No. Well, no, the one in Jupiter is by the Lighthouse, but this
Okay.
is in North Palm Beach, like
Oh,
North
okay.
Lake Boulevard, maybe, or somewhere in that area. I couldn't honestly tell you the roads that well. It's
Wow.
been a long time, but
We have one on our campus too, which is relatively young probably compared to those, but I'm going to say that it's probably a good 20 feet in diameter.
wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's,
They're
that's
big.
pretty good
Yeah,
size.
they're
Yeah.
big. I love that. And then there was one years and years ago when we lived in Orlando, we used to go to one of the state parks that has the grist mill. I always get the name of the place wrong, so I won't try to say where it is, but they had one of the most beautiful live oak trees I have ever seen, with the limbs that just were so long and dipped down and touched the ground. And
Mhm.
it's gorgeous. Those trees are beautiful if you let them just live.
That was mowed
naturally.
down for an 82-story building.
It probably was. I haven't been there in so long. I wouldn't be surprised, but
Oh,
hopefully not.
brother. Wow. Have you guys been to downtown Fort Pierce in the dancing trees? there?
no, not yet. They got that all
Oh.
up and ready going.
It's
huh?
it's up and running, and of course they lighted their Christmas tree yesterday with the big parade that they had.
Oh, I didn't-
Sights and Sounds
I
parade
missed
was
it. I always think I
yeah.
want to go to those things and then I forget
the
that they're
big Stewart
happening.
parade was Friday
Time,
night.
yes, time gets away from you.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
know.
the Stewart parade is always great, and we used to broadcast that on WSTU, and it was always fun. But then there was conflicts with Martin County basketball team started playing on those nights.
Yeah.
So, we're doing the basketball
Well,
game.
my biggest conflict is just getting all my junk put back away. I'm still
Yeah.
trying.
So now
One of the
awful.
one of the advantages of having a renovated master bath suite with a larger closet is you get to have a place for everything in your beautiful closet now.
I hope so. I'm trying.
So now, wait a minute. This show's been on almost a year. You've been renovating for a year?
No, not quite. Well, probably a year.
Well, because they started in one part of the house last year, and then they were going to be done.
Then we,
You know, it's like one thing leads to another.
hall bathroom, kitchen, master bathroom, and then the master bedroom as well. We changed the flooring in the master bedroom. So the whole master suite had to be emptied out. I mean, everything. And I tell everybody, it's like one of those little sponges that dry when they're so small, but when you get it wet, it like puffs up. Well, that's what happened. I started taking things out of the bedroom and it just exploded. There was so much stuff. It's awful. I've gotten rid of a lot of it, but I'm still working on it.
Eileen is like, oh.
I'm still working on it.
I understand. I've done that before, so I understand.
It's awful. I got rid of a lot of stuff when we moved here, but I'm telling you what, I don't know where I accumulated all this junk.
You know, it was so funny. I'll never forget when Carol and I decided to move onto a boat, and this is our Grand Banks, and you know, and we thought, oh man. And
you want to talk about minimalist,
right?
Oh yeah,
definitely.
You
well, and you think, okay, we're really going to miss everything in our house,
right?
And we'll go visit storage all the time. We never did.
No,
it was like 3 years. We hadn't seen anything.
Yeah,
you know, and we didn't miss it. You know, it's like
it's so on a boat is so relaxed.
Yeah,
you can wear the same thing for a bathing suit or a couple pair of shorts is all you need, and you don't worry about your hairdo, you don't worry about your makeup. You can, I mean, you get very relaxed.
Well,
and
we had to go to work, and
I've never had to do
oh
that,
yeah,
so
oh no,
that'd be different.
Yeah,
I mean, probably still wouldn't worry about it.
Oh, so how's business, guys?
Business is good.
Yeah.
Last week was very busy. We
Very
have
busy.
2 new pending transactions from the Florida Club from last week.
Good.
So we're working on those, and Paula has some new buyers that she's working with. So things are moving along.
That sounds good.
Yep.
That sounds good.
Finding what everybody's looking for.
Now,
That's
interest rates are a little higher.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
They're
relatively
all-time low.
speaking,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. Wow.
yes. Things have leveled off a little bit, and I'm thinking, I mean, I really expect them when season comes again, which is just right around the corner.
Oh yeah, it is now.
I expect, because even off season in this autumn time, we're still multiple offers over asking price. I just lost a transaction last week because of that. Multiple offers over asking price.
Yeah.
Really?
yeah.
Did you see that stupid card that I got?
And
in the mail?
yes, it's
Yeah.
someplace in here.
That you know, we'll buy your home. You don't even have to clean it.
Yeah.
I'm going, ooh, that's attractive. Oh,
Really?
Yeah, really.
Maybe you should tell them you want to buy it and have them come clean and then say, oh, we've decided not to.
We've decided to stay.
Yeah, really.
Oh God. Well, you know, we saw something on NBC Nightly News about millennials not being into home ownership, but is that changing now, you think?
Well, actually, one of the articles that I brought to talk about today was millennials. And this article talks about the fact that according to statistics, and I think they have it a little bit incorrect in here, it says, according to statistics, that millennials are collaborating to buy for home ownership. In other words, what the article goes on to say is that, and they blame it on affordability.
Yeah.
I think it's because there are many more people who are cohabitating and not getting married, or even millennials that do get married, they don't share the same last name anymore. And that's what this article is based on. It's based on different last names for the ownership, for the new owners of the homes.
Huh.
Because according to this recent data reported in the Wall Street Journal suggests that the number of home and condo sales across the country by co-buyers has soared since millennials became the largest share of home buyers in 2014.
Wow.
But like I said, the article goes on to say the number of co-buyers with different last names increased by 771% between 2014 and 2021.
Yikes.
Amazing.
It
That
just
is
shows you
amazing.
how many people either are living together and not getting married, or getting married and not sharing last names.
Not changing their last name. Yeah.
Right.
No, marriage is just a state of mind. That's all.
And you've been married how long?
48 years.
Yeah. I just figured out a while ago. Mine was 41. I can never remember. It gets to a point where it's like, well, it's been so long. Who cares how long it is? You know,
Yeah.
I mean, what's the number? But
Yeah, we're thinking of, okay, where are we gonna go on our 50th anniversary? I was thinking, that nice little European thing around Italy, and now I'm thinking, well, Pahokie's looking pretty good.
we'll probably do a staycation.
Staycation, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
goodness.
brother.
That
Yeah.
sounds fun, but my husband was watching something yesterday, a train trip from Chicago to San Francisco. And he's going, wouldn't that be fun to do? And I'm thinking the logistics of just getting to Chicago and then from Chicago to San Francisco. And then how do you get home? I'm like, maybe another time.
So take the train trip from here.
Can you go from here?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then
I mean, trains in Florida, my research tells me trains don't go east and west like they do when you get up further above Florida, but Florida trains do travel north and south. So you can take your train to another hub and then go across the country. Yeah.
might be the
I
thing
did
to
that.
do.
I did that with a couple of kids for a business trip one time.
Oh,
And
that'd be
we went from Detroit to, we were supposed to go to Las Vegas, but we ended up in Salt Lake City because the train
Broke
broke-
down.
broke and we had to take a bus then. But yeah, we went by train because I love road trips. So it was perfect for us. We went by train from Detroit all the way to Salt Lake City.
Wow. Okay.
Now the train ride you need to take
yes,
is up in Canada.
that's
Well,
thinking
and
through
I've
the
done that
Canadian
before
rocks.
too. We've taken a train ride from, and that is so much fun. A train from Detroit up to Toronto.
Oh,
What a fun train ride.
that'd be fun. But see, I
wait a
always
minute.
thought
Detroit
that
to
too.
Toronto. That's not very far.
Well, it's a 5-hour drive. So it's like at least it used to be a 5-hour drive. So
Probably longer now. Just with
Yeah.
traffic.
I want to do
Wow.
the snow train sometime.
See, I was thinking the Alaska train. There's one in Alaska.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that would
There's
be,
also a train that goes through the Canadian Rockies.
That's
that
the
I
one.
would
Okay.
That's the one
love
I
that
was
would be
thinking.
good
to do.
Yeah.
We only took part of it. The Canadian government, when I was at ESPN, flew us up to do the preps for the Calgary Olympics,
Right.
and so we went up to Banff and then took the train to Whistler.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
See, I always think those would be the most fun. I took one train ride, in my lifetime, and that was like from Durango to Silverton in Colorado. And it
Oh,
was an
yes.
open air
I've done
train.
that before too.
That was a fun train, just a short distance, but it was really fun to do.
I know why you like that, because all the tailings are turquoise in color.
Are they?
Oh yeah, don't you remember that?
No.
All the tailings on the mountains
Oh, on the
along
mountains.
along the train tracks are
Yeah.
turquoise.
Now I
Yeah.
do. One of my favorite colors.
wow.
Anyway, I think that would be a fun trip. Something like that might be a thing to do instead of trying to leave the country. Although you would have to leave the country if you went to Canada, but I think it would be a little easier than trying to come back in from
Yeah.
Europe.
Yeah, it's funny. A guy that we used to work with, he was a producer at NBC Nightly News, became a priest, a Episcopal priest. Danny loves trains, and he's
Like Sheldon.
pretty close. And it's like, and he's always on a train going somewhere, and he lives in Albuquerque now, so he took the train to go back to San Diego, which is where he grew up. And it was so funny to hear, because train broke down in Los Angeles,
Uh-oh.
and they had to wait for another one to go to San Diego, which is just 120 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, just funny.
That'd
Wow.
it'd be fun. There's all kinds of fun things that would be fun to do, but haven't gotten to it yet.
It's- well,
Well, and I love the trains because, you know, you go slow enough that you can see the scenery.
Yeah.
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 It's like if I take a road trip, I love to get off the expressway and go the old state routes.
you know, that's a kick.
That'd be fun.
That's a kick.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
it's funny because I think I've only been on a train maybe 3 or 4 times. That was New Haven and New York, and that was it. I mean, I'd never been on a train before.
And that's like a commuter train, right?
It is, yeah. So, but you know, of course now they've got that Acela train that goes from DC. It's 100 and some odd miles an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, it gets you to New York and nothing flat.
Are the trains going here? Are they going through Port St. Lucie yet? The fast trains?
No,
They haven't started that yet.
No, that's a ways away yet. And the Amtraks start out in South Florida, but then they head way west through Okeechobee
Oh, I didn't
and then
realize
go up
that.
the center part of the state.
Okay.
Yeah, which is what they were originally talking about for this high speed.
Yeah.
So they
yeah.
wouldn't, bother the seacoast, but never happened. Wow.
Well,
I know somebody that took the train from West Palm into Miami. They said they had so much fun. And you avoid all that traffic, of course,
well,
that
that'd
way.
be the nice thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
They used to have specials going to Marlins Park. And it works unless your game goes extra innings.
Oops.
Oh, and then you have no way to get
and you're
home.
Stuck
Yikes.
at the ballpark
Oh, boy.
because if buses stop, I mean, you don't want to be in that neighborhood at all if you can't get out of
I
there.
don't
Wow.
know Marlin Park. Is that where the old is?
The old Orange Bowl
Orange
site.
Bowl.
Yeah,
Okay, now I know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So how many communities are really growing now? I mean,
All of them.
You mean local communities?
yeah,
All of them.
all of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Well, we were with the
Have you
super-
driven around on a street lately?
Yeah.
And it's not even January yet.
We had Supervisor Wayne Gent, Superintendent Wayne Gent from the St. Lucie County Schools. And he was talking, it's firm, new high school going into tradition. Another new high school is on the boards for west of tradition.
Mhm.
And it's
Wow,
like,
wow.
oh my goodness, this is
Yeah,
crazy.
I can believe it. I mean, just
Yeah.
the traffic is amazing right now. I know it's partially season. I mean, they say we're not in season, but by the traffic on,
Traffic's heavier.
yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Yeah, there's no doubt about
There's
it.
more people visiting. So,
Yeah.
but if they all stay, we're definitely going to need some place for everybody to go to school and live and all that kind of stuff. The houses are being built like crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's another article that I brought.
Go!
Aren't we helping?
How did you know that?
The ultimate researcher.
You are
here.
amazing. So this article talks about how the change in locations as far as where people are living,
Yeah.
because now they can be much more mobile and they don't have to be close to work anymore. So what they have done in a lot of cases, and Florida's a prime example for this, is that they have gone to resort areas. They've gone to places where they vacationed before and made that their full-time home.
Well,
Wow.
that makes sense.
And of course, those resort areas were set up as resort areas before. They didn't support a lot of full-time residents. So they didn't have the school systems. They didn't have all the roads that are necessary and all of the, so
Infrastructure.
neighborhoods and areas are having to completely change their makeup, their physical makeup to support a lot more full-time residents. And you can see
Wow.
that here in Florida as well.
Sure.
I mean, places that were just resort before, places that we saw snowbirds coming to in droves just for a few months out of the year, are now becoming full-time residents for a lot of people. And so that's why we're seeing more traffic all of the time instead of just January, February, and March.
Right.
Well, and we'll have a new resident of the state of Florida coming soon. Ms. Nancy Pelosi and her husband are leaving San Francisco and moving to Florida.
You don't want to hear my comments on that one.
Oh my!
I told my sister-in-law about that recently.
Well, I was kidding. I said, you know,
Is that really
they
true?
are
Let's
so-
change
yeah.
the subject.
they're so wealthy. Can you imagine what the governor of California? Because you know they've got that exit tax now.
Yeah, what they would charge them
Yeah.
to move here?
Well, they own half of Napa County, so it's like, what's the exit fee going to be for that? Unbelievable.
Yikes.
Unbelievable. Crazy.
Okay, so we're going to talk about maintenance being the leading source for buyer's remorse when they buy a house.
Oh, yes.
Another thing that's happening in the market? Remember, we've talked before about iBuyers. They call themselves instant buyers. I call them institutional buyers because they are, in general, they are. What's
Really,
the
like
word I want to
REITs?
use? No, they are groups of investors that
Okay.
have formed a buying union. So they go out and they buy the houses that are under market value. The way they buy those houses at under market value is they're buying distressed properties in a lot of cases.
Oh, yeah.
So then what they do is they either renovate them and turn around and sell them again, or they renovate them and they keep them as rental properties. That's why I refer to them as institutional buyers, because it's like an institution of a whole bunch of buyers and buyers' money that have been pooled together to make these purchases on so many properties.
I was talking to our banker and he's got property in Idaho, and that's where they're going for Christmas. And he was telling me that he was talking to his realtor. He said, we want to move up the hill a little bit. And they said, all gone. And they said, it was a group of people that bought like hundreds of acres,
Mhm.
you know, in the mountains of Idaho. They're all from California. You know, it's like, brother, the mass exodus.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
That's amazing.
But you call them iBuyers, huh? Institutional buyers.
Well, yeah, that's the iBuyer is the term that came about several years ago when this started to become popular with investors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they say iBuyers because instant buyers, meaning they will buy your house instantly and you don't have to do anything to it. Sort of like this postcard,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know. You
Don't have
even
to clean the
it.
house. That's
Right.
what I like about it.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Well, and that's another reason that they appealed to a lot of sellers, is because sellers could sell their house directly to them and not have to do anything to it.
No renovations, no
Yeah, but what
anything to
happens
prepare
if
to
something
sell
goes
it.
wrong?
What do you mean? Well,
Is
they
there a
don't care
lawsuit
because they
involved?
already sold it to the iBuyer, and the iBuyer's buying it
As
as is.
Mhm.
Lots of times without an inspection.
That's suicide.
Well, there
They
are
have-
even regular buyers doing that nowadays.
Mhm.
That's how my buyer got cut out of the offer last week, because somebody came in with a cash offer and no inspection contingency.
Wow. Man,
I think
I don't get it.
it's somewhat of a gamble, but for the most part, if you've got somebody who's lived in the house, they've taken halfway decent care of it, you're not going to have to do a lot.
Yeah, but you don't know that.
You don't know. You don't.
And
That's a gamble.
And it may not be the people that you're buying it from, but what about the first people that were in the house and trashed it?
Well,
You don't, if you don't have an inspection, that's crazy.
yeah.
I agree with you. I
Wow.
think anybody should take care of their investment enough when they are purchasing to know what they are purchasing.
Yeah.
It's one thing to have the inspection done and understand what you need to do within a certain period of time to keep the house maintained. It's something completely different to come in and buy the house and not have that inspection and not know that there is a roof leak that you can't see on the ceiling yet,
Yeah.
Right.
and not know that there is a crack in the foundation under the carpet because nobody checked it out.
Well, and a buddy of ours up in Vero Beach had water on the floor. Come to find out, there was a broken pipe. And, you know, he started talking to neighbors up in that neighborhood in Vero. And apparently, like, there were 3 houses all around him that all had similar problems.
Same issues. Yeah.
Same issues. And, you know, he showed me pictures the other night. I'm going, oh my God, they had to cut out, you know,
Yeah.
it's like, they said by May that the new reclamation type company will have that done
Wow.
By May.
by May. Can you imagine?
It takes a long time to get things done. That's for sure.
Wow.
Well,
As
and
you
that's
well
part of
know.
the part of
Yeah.
our growth challenge is the
Right.
fact that we just don't have enough contractors to go around.
And there's
Not to mention supply chain issues.
Right. Right.
I mean, you might be able to hire a contractor, but you know, how long are you going to have to wait for kitchen cabinets?
Right.
Sure.
Because you want white kitchen cabinets, and white kitchen cabinets are the most popular and they're back ordered.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's insane. Absolutely insane. So you had some coupons for us?
Yeah,
Any left?
I only have 3 left.
Oh, okay.
We started out with 10. We're down to 3.
Cool. Now what do you have to do?
You have to list your house with us before the end of the year. And it is a coupon for a extremely discounted commission rate.
Cool. Good stuff.
Yes. And that is for a full service listing too.
So you've had 7 already. That's very nice. Very
Yep.
nice. 3 left, folks.
Only 3.
Give them a call. Yeah, you've only got 3 weeks.
Boy, it's going fast, isn't it?
It's nuts. Yeah, it's really going fast.
So what else do you have that you're going to tell us?
So
about?
I thought that this list was pretty interesting because some of the things that you don't think about are issues that buyers didn't like to deal with after they made their purchase. We've talked about the first one on this list before, which was clean windows. I don't know what buyer would be unhappy because they had to clean windows when they bought their house.
They heard of Windex?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, really.
Exactly. I mean, that's one of the first things I did was
I
clean
never
my
even
windows.
think about that.
But you can get someone to come and do it. I mean,
Well, I
Do
guess
it
the issue
yourself.
is they didn't like to have to do that.
Yeah.
But I
who's
mean,
gonna-
who doesn't go into a house and completely clean it before you move in inside and
Exactly.
out?
anyway, right?
Sure.
Right.
Exactly.
Even if you're renting, you know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, this one I can understand because this one creates a lot of other issues. The number 2 on this list is cleaning gutters.
Oh,
That's a nasty job.
Carol and I were, I should say, Carol, I was holding the ladder. I was doing that. We hadn't done it in years. And it was like, oh, it was a mess.
The-
Oh, they even have numbers on here for us. So more than half of the baby boomers disliked cleaning windows, compared to 38% of Gen Xers, 34% of millennials, and 31% of Gen Zers.
What are they? Where are they? What
I guess
Gen
that's the youngest
Zers?
group.
the Gen Zers? I don't know that.
I guess that's the youngest group.
Oh,
Millennials were the ones that don't like to clean the bathroom fan.
really?
That's
Yeah.
a nasty job too.
It's just you got to get the ladder. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's work, but not
Um,
bad.
1, 2, 3, 4 on the list is fixing leaky pipes.
Oh,
Oh, that's a tough one. Yeah.
5 on the list is chimney maintenance.
well, we don't have much to worry about.
No, I
in
was going to say
Florida.
that's not a big deal down here, but I can tell you up north it certainly is.
Oh, yeah.
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 Yes, very expensive and time consuming, but if you don't take care of it, you're going to have issues for sure.
I had a friend at ESPN. He had 3 fireplaces.
Wow.
And it was like, it was a huge old house. And, you just think, oh, man. And they had a regular chimney sweep service.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I used to think that was a joke, but no.
Oh yeah, no, not at all.
we had someone do that in Maryland when we were up there.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And then we had to extend our flue for some reason because we would get a lot of backdraft or something. I don't know. I don't understand the concept there, but it was something we had to do. But love the fireplace though. Once it got working correctly, it was nice. We enjoyed it. But
Gosh.
definitely have to keep it clean.
All right, next.
So the next was lawn care. 27.6% of the buyers did not like to have to do the lawn care. So maybe they should have bought a condo
Yeah. There's nothing.
or
Or an
gone
A-
into an HOA where your lawn care is included.
Yeah, I was gonna say. That's
Or learn to like to play in the dirt.
But there are a lot of places in this country where they don't have neighborhoods like that. Most of the neighborhoods do not have HOAs, so they don't have organizational systems in place that where your lawn care is taken care of. It's up to you to do.
Or it could be like we had in Tucson, which is all natural scape with cactus
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yes.
rocks. Lots of
and
rocks.
rocks. Yes.
Yep. Cleaning the garage. Now, I always tell my sellers, you are expected to leave your home in broom clean condition. Broom clean condition does not mean you have to clean the garage floor, but it does mean that you can't leave stuff all over the place.
No lizard carcasses. You need to
Yeah.
point
Oh,
those
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Oh,
and-
well.
And they're there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a
Definitely
given
here.
in the garage. If you
Yeah.
move something, if you have
Something's in there.
storage over against the wall and you move it out, you're gonna have something
Yeah.
back
You're
there.
going to
Hello,
have
guy-
at least one lizard carcass.
The Geico gecko is
Right.
there. Yes. Wow. Yeah.
I went
that's-
to open the door yesterday to leave, and there's a little one stuck in the door there.
He got
Oh,
squished.
no.
poor
I-
thing.
That's what I thought.
Oh, he
too.
was still
I
alive?
opened the door and he jumped down and ran away.
Oh, good for him. He survived.
I
Oh,
thought,
brother.
amazing. Amazing.
Oh, gosh. Wow.
Okay, so this I have to ask about, and I'm not going to say which generation it is, but there is a generation who disliked cleaning the garage, the oven, and the range hood filters. And they are way too young to dislike cleaning, because who's going to do it if they don't do it?
I don't even.
The only way to keep from doing that is just don't use it. Buy takeout. I mean,
Or
I
hire
can-
somebody else. But
Yeah.
I mean,
I wouldn't even know how to do that.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Your
you
range
wouldn't know
hood
how to do
filters?
what?
Clean the range hood filter?
Yeah.
They just
Oh, it just
drop out.
Yeah. And you
Get a
use
little
Dawn on it.
simple green. I use simple green.
Oh, okay.
Spray simple green, and then a few minutes later, rinse it off, and it's clean. I mean, sometimes I scrub too, but most of the time. But
Oh, you've only been there 25 years.
that's how you get grease fires and things. You need to clean those things.
But it's an electric oven.
It's kind of no.
No, your range
This is
hood.
the range hood above the
the
stove.
yeah.
Right. It's kind of like
It
the
still gets
it's
goop in
kind of
it.
like the dryer vent.
Yeah.
You have to keep the
Oh,
dryer vent cleaned
no,
out. It's
we've
kind of the
done
same
that,
kind of
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe,
Yeah.
Maybe in the next 25
might-
years.
Well, you might wanna
Easy.
look into
It's
that
easy
one.
to do.
I'll
Yeah,
look
they're not
into
hard.
that.
I'd really like somebody to call and tell us what a Gen Zers are. Gen Zers.
Yeah, Gen Zers.
Gen Zers, but it doesn't have two E's in it.
Well, that's the last. Yeah, that's the youngest.
Okay. They were most likely to dislike cleaning the sink and the tub drains.
Oh, that is kind of nasty, but
It's nasty, but you got to do it.
Yeah, I would think a plumber comes and cleans those out, don't they?
not always.
Or you
No.
No.
Put the,
My new drain in my new shower
yes.
has a thing that you lift up and you get a little tool to
Oh,
pull
well,
it up
that,
and
yeah,
clean
I
out.
didn't take this. I mean, this
Oh,
shows
the
the
trap.
pipe.
Oh, that's the trap.
Yeah.
Well, you can pour stuff down that to help keep the trap clean.
Well, that's what I thought too, but I would think that that a plumber should come and take care of that for you.
Yeah, I
if you
just
wanna
use
make sure that
sulfuric
it's-
acid.
Maybe not.
No, just kidding.
Don't try that one.
Oh,
This reminds me of something. I was watching a program last night and they were talking about the invention of different toys and how it affected the world.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And what toys were
Well,
those?
they were talking about silly putty.
Oh, I love that one. That one was fun.
See, this says cleaning interior walls. Did you know that silly putty originally was wallpaper cleaner?
oh,
No, I thought
And I
it was only
remember
to-
my parents doing that.
Oh,
I
yeah,
remember my
yeah.
parents having that big glob of green stuff and cleaning the wallpaper with it.
I thought it was just to
That's
press on the
what silly
comics.
putty became.
I'll be darned.
Oh,
Wow.
that's amazing.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
at all.
I
thought that was pretty
cool.
Was that the
Oh, yeah.
precursor to the magic eraser? The now,
Oh, I don't know.
maybe.
Now that is cool.
Those are
I've
co-
seen the
those are really
commercials for
nifty.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
those-
really
they
are.
work
It
well.
is magic.
Yeah, they do work well.
They do work well.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Interesting.
They work
Oh.
in the tub too.
Yeah.
Really? Okay,
Yes.
that's okay. I'll have to get some. Of that. Yeah.
Maybe that's interesting.
Oh, goodness.
Haven't cleaned that in 25 years either. but-
I don't think I believe that one,
oh.
but
Are you ready for this? This surprises me because I thought everybody liked to put their stamp on their house. Maybe they just don't want to physically do it. 20% of the over 20% of the buyers don't like painting the homes in interior.
It's a pain.
it's work.
Yeah, it's
But
work.
it's nice when it's done.
Oh
It's fresh
yeah,
and-
it's such a feeling of satisfaction.
Yeah.
You know.
It just automatically makes you feel the house is clean.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Huh.
And it's yours.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just having to make the choice between all those colors. There's a big choice out there.
And I know why she's bringing that up.
Our bathroom color didn't quite go the way I wanted it to, but hey, it's painted. So
Well, you don't have purple and stuff like that in the bedroom.
no,
do you?
no, it's not purple.
Hey,
It's
my bedroom was purple when I was a teenager.
Purple haze.
we didn't get a response on that one.
Uh-oh.
I didn't ever have anything purple. Although my bathroom up north, the one that the master bath, I never quite figured that one out. They had gray tub and purple tile in the bathroom. It was
See, I've joked about that, but really?
oh yeah, absolutely. It was awful.
Oh.
I could
couldn't
see
wait to get
wearing
rid of it.
gray and purple,
Yeah,
but I don't know that I would.
not in a bathroom.
Great.
It was
tub.
nasty.
Hmm,
Anyway,
interesting.
Were they Navy types? Battleship gray? Was the big
I
thing
have no
in the
idea.
house?
No, I don't know. It was,
Oh God.
but it was ugly. We always buy ugly houses and try to redo them to make them our ugly.
Well,
not
it
somebody
works.
else's ugly.
It works.
Yeah, it does. So yeah, we redid. Well, that's why I tell everybody the house up north, by the time we moved, there wasn't anything but the exterior walls that didn't get changed in that house. It's pretty sad, but
Hey.
true.
And we doubled the size of a house
Yikes. We
when the
didn't do
kids were
that.
little. I had 3 little toddlers in the house, and we decided we bought this cute little house on a huge piece of property. We had over a half an acre, and it was on a quiet dead end street. So it was a perfect
Ooh,
environment.
nice.
Yes. And we decided to double the size of the house. In other words, take the whole back off and extend it while we lived in it with these 3 little
Oh
toddlers.
my goodness, that's a job.
I don't recommend that for anybody.
That's a job.
So you had to
Yeah.
take the wall out?
Oh, sure.
The whole back of the
Took
house.
the whole back of the house off.
Oh.
and extended it.
You didn't
And what
do this
used
in
to
the
be-
winter time, did you?
what used
Oh.
to be what used to be a window in the kitchen that looked out on the back porch was now passed through into the family room.
Wow, that's amazing.
Wow.
My brother and sister-in-law did something about that crazy. They lived in a gooseneck trailer with 2 infants while they built their own home in Arizona. I can't
You know what
imagine.
you do what you have
You
to.
do what you have to.
Yeah.
That's
It's
correct.
not
Yeah,
it's
you
not
know, that's
pleasant
true.
while you're doing it,
Yeah.
but afterwards, I mean, you can always laugh about the memory.
Yeah, that's right. You're making
And look what you've
memories.
accomplished.
Yeah, that's true. too.
Sure. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
anyway,
So we should talk before we run out of time. We should talk about some of these listings,
let me
Paula.
see if I can get some here that
You got about
Might
10
be
minutes. You got
interesting.
plenty of
Okay.
time.
Yep.
Yeah.
well, first we'll start with the condo in Stewart. And this sad part of it is I didn't get to print these things before I came this morning, but this is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo, 925 square feet. And it's actually a oceanfront 2nd-story walk-up condo.
Ooh.
So you just have a few stairs, but you're
Walk
gonna
up,
have
you know what that means. No
yeah,
elevator.
no elevator, right?
Oh, just stairs.
But you're going to have a beautiful ocean view.
Well, that's-
Yeah, you
And-
have to get up off the first floor,
Right.
especially if you're
Oh,
across
sure.
the street.
Right. So that one, 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, recently restored terrazzo flooring,
Nice.
fresh paint, full-size washer and dryer in the unit. So it sounds like a real nice condo. It's on Hutchison Island, and they're asking 409.9 for it. So that's pretty reasonable
For oceanfront?
being
That's great.
oceanfront. Right.
Wow.
So
Well, it's a lot more than it used to be, but
yeah.
Yeah. Well, then that's true.
oceanfront for 400, a little over 400,000,
Right.
you know?
Then we can go to a little larger home. This one is a 4-bedroom, a 3-bath home, 3,325 square living feet, 6,392 total square feet. It does have a private pool, and everything is filled with extras and upgrades. So you've got the lot is 4.11 acres. So you got a nice big lot, nice big home, and they are asking 1,500,000 for that home. So, and that is located in Palm City. So nice area, nice big lot. So your neighbors are not close.
Mhm.
So let me move down
A
the
lot of
list here.
ranches and type things.
Yeah,
in Palm
yeah.
City. Yeah.
Well,
Sounds like-
especially when you go further west in Palm City.
Right.
Yes.
Then there is a townhouse in, I guess that's called Hope Sound down there, Cove Road area. Is that Hope Sound? I believe it is.
South Stewart.
South
Hope Sound.
Stewart, okay.
It's borderline Hope Sound.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
2-bedroom, 2
Or
bath.
you could say Port Salerno.
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
That
yeah,
area,
yes.
right? It's actually 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's a quadruplex community, and that has wood laminate flooring, crown molding, nice community with 2 pools and tennis. So it's a nice area and nice size home. The square footage is 1,288 square feet. They are asking 275 for that home. So those are nice, fairly
Mhm.
roomy townhomes. We lived in one of those. I liked it. It was nice to have a nice private patio. And
You
that
can get a
kind
lot of
thing.
square footage for less money in a townhouse.
Yeah, yeah. It is a 2-story, but not everybody can do stairs still, but some people can. Now then, there's another home in Hope Sound that is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, 1,700 living square feet, 2,120 total square feet. Does not have a pool, but let me go down here and see. We've got a huge corner lot with accordion shutters, boat or trailer storage on the lot, a community boat ramp, new roof, granite countertops. and
Wow.
everything, nice, updated kitchen with granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, those kinds of things that everybody's looking for. And that home, whoops, let me get up here, is they're asking 559.9 for it. So
And you
just
said that's in Hope Sound?
correct. So that's a nice area and a nice house. Nice
How are
size
the
house.
Martin County taxes compared to St. Lucie County? Are they
Just slightly less.
less?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. We
Wow.
just spoke to somebody who was telling us that there's just a little bit less than St. Lucie. They had looked in both areas. But and it depends. I think we have more in St. Lucie. I think you have more communities that still have CDDs and that kind of thing. So that increases the taxes just a bit.
Oh,
But
okay.
um,
There you go.
I think that might make a difference. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, it used to be people would come to Martin County because they could save money on the taxes. But as property values have increased so much faster in Martin County than they have in St. Lucie County, the taxes really kind of are
Wash
offset
out.
now.
Yeah.
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 Sure.
So
Okay.
And another thing, while I'm thinking about it, another thing that people need to be aware of is when they go into some of these areas that are basically new areas, they need to research the kinds of fees that are going to be required when they make their purchase,
Yep.
because there are areas where and they'll get creative about the names that they call the fees, but these are fees that the buyer has to pay at closing, and they are fees that go to the municipality. So buyers need to be aware of that, and they need to research that in advance, because I know that these fees are increasing quickly.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not going to say a particular neighborhood, but this is with a buyer that I had a couple of months ago, and we did some research, and a fee had gone from 1% to 7%. That's a huge
wow,
difference.
that is big. Yeah.
Yes, that's a huge difference.
And that was here. on
Yes.
Fraser Coast. Oh boy.
Yes.
Wow. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
So not only are your taxes increased, or could increase, but other fees as well. So
wow. Okay. Interesting.
And generally, as far as I know, those are fees that you can't put on the mortgage.
well, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Okay.
So at closing, you have to pay those.
Right.
What if you don't?
Then you don't close.
There's no closing. Oh gosh.
Yeah. That's why it's a good idea to
That's
know
why
ahead of
I
time.
said do your research
Right.
and
Give you
hire
guys-
a realtor that
Give you guys a call.
knows
Yeah.
to do the research.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Wow.
There are even rentals in some communities that the community requires the tenant to pay a certain amount of money over and above their application fee to the HOA. So tenants need to research that also, or
Right.
prospective tenants.
Is any of that refundable when they move away?
No,
Oh, wow. Okay. Hadn't run into that yet.
No, I've never heard of that. Wow. Oh boy.
That doesn't sound like fun. You
No.
don't want to be surprised.
right.
Because it's for most tenants, their issue is to have the first and last and deposits and all that stuff ahead of time.
Well,
so-
and as we've said many times, especially with rents going up the way they're going up, the first, last, and deposit is enough to put a down payment on a house.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. If you're looking at $5,000 or $6,000 for rent,
Yeah.
first, last, and yeah. Wow.
I mean, the average 2-bedroom nowadays is $2,000 a month. So you're talking $6,000 right there.
Sure.
And that's not your application fees and your background checks. And if you have an animal, the deposit for
Mhm.
animals and
And most of those pet
Cleaning
deposits are
fees.
not refundable also.
right. exit cleaning
Oh,
fees. You have to
brother.
pay for your own cleaning fees to exit as
Yep.
well. So yeah, there's a lot of extras that people don't actually know about until they get into it, looking at it.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, it's been so long since we rented it. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Holy
Do you have
So,
another one you can tell
I
us
have
about?
another one in Fort Pierce, and this is a pardon me. This is a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath home, 3,200 square feet, 4,306 total square feet. It does have a private pool, so sounds like a really nice place in a 3,200 square foot home, spacious, offering great outdoor living. Just what we're looking for down here.
That's
So
that's a big house. And what are they asking for that one?
they are asking 925,000 for that home. So, but you can have a really pretty place to enjoy the Florida lifestyle.
Definitely at-home vacations.
Right.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So how do we get in touch with you guys?
You can reach us on the phone at 772-200-5105. Call or text. If we don't answer, please leave a voicemail. We will call you back. You can reach myself and Paula on that same line. You can send us an email to mydreamhometeam@yahoo.com. You can visit our website and do your own personal MLS search on there at mydreamhomeusa.com. We do have a physical office in the Florida Club, so we're very convenient to I-95 and Canner Highway. You're welcome to visit us there, or our office is where you need it to be. We will come to you.
There you go. And your office in the Florida Club is in the public park.
Correct.
Correct. Yes.
Right.
Right next to the driving range
Cool.
and
All
right in front of the practice greens. So we're easy to get to.
All right. Well, you be well as we approach Christmas time.
You do the
okay?
same.
Yes.
Thank
Happy
you.
holidays to everybody.
You've been listening to My Dream Home Radio Show on WPSL, Port St. Lucie, WSTU, Stewart.